Hey guys, it's Zibbos here from the Baron's Finest, getting you guys a little bit of a recap of an event I wound up playing in. My locals had a, a double, or a win-a-box, not a double win-a-box, of the new set, Secrets of Eternity, and I wound up playing in it. And I will go over, well, I guess to say it, I went 3-1. Would have went undefeated, but I misplayed in the last round, which I'll talk about it when I get to my extra deck, because it was a decision on my extra deck, well, decision among my side and extra deck, in combination of both, that made me lose the game, and I legitimately would have won, but I lost to myself, and that's, I'm frustrated about losing to myself, but either way, I decided to play Machina Gadget, not the Pendulum build I kept talking about earlier. The Pendulum build really just proved to be more like a fun build, not like an actual competitive build. So I went, and I didn't know what I was going to play. I had thoughts, I was thinking maybe Frognark, but I was like, you know what, I'm really feeling gadgets for some reason, and obviously I did good. I mean, would have won if I just didn't misplay. I made the one misplay that cost me it, and believe me, I was mad for a couple hours, but either way, I guess I'm over it now, but I'll go and get started on the deck list. So, to start off with, we play the one copy of Machina Megaform. Megaform is infinitely better to Cannon. It's, unless you're playing, Gimmick Puppet, I don't know why you would play Cannon over Megaform any day. This is basically the best of both worlds between both Force and Cannon, and there's flat out no reason not to run Megaform. It's just the better card in my opinion. 2 Fortress. I like 3, but I felt more comfortable with 2 going into this, and it worked fine. Could have been a game winner too, actually, which is funny. 1 Redox, because Redox is, Redox is a good card. I actually use the Monster Reborn effect more than I have ever used it before. 3 Gear Frame. You need to be able to see Gear Frame. He's the biggest normal summon in this deck, and Gear Frame puts in work. It actually mattered with the 1800 point body. 1 Minor Melio. Search back row. I heard that's good. And then as for the gadgets, I played the 2 and 2 ratio of the gadgets, aka the basic 6. I prefer 6 to 9 personally, unless it's more of a super aggressive build or the Pendulum build or something like that. But the 9 gadgets worked well. I liked them. They were strong. I liked the gadgets. There were a couple times where I wanted more gadgets, but I felt like if I played more throughout the day, I would have just clumped gadgets, and I didn't want that. And then for supporting cast 3, Kage to Kage. This guy showed up in my hand way too much. 3 Tin Goldfish. This card didn't show up in my hand enough. So, yeah. 2 Geargi Augur. Augur was pretty solid. I liked Augur. It gives you, the reason behind playing Augur is, yeah, it's slow, but it gives you a turn 1 option if you don't open a gadget, plus I don't really want to be playing more gadgets. And this also searches Gear Frame, which I really like. Plus, if it just sits there, and if it just sits there, then you get other kind of plays going. Plus, it throws the opponent off and making them think that you're playing Gear Gia, so they're going to handle the matchup a lot differently. Then the last monster I checked was 1 Swift Scarecrow. Scarecrow is a searchable protection card, which is why I chose to play it over Gores or anything like that. I side decked double Gores, but I liked the 1 Scarecrow. It actually wound up mattering in one of my rounds. For spells, we play a total of 7. 1 Raigeki, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Snatch Steal, 1 Soul Charge, which was part of my misplay actually. And then the last spells I chose to play were 3 MST. Basic, very basic spell lineup. I don't really have any comments towards it. Then as for the traps, 1 Wiretap. I argue that this should have been a trap stun, but I mean, I never drew either, so it didn't matter. That's the best way to put it. Then 1 Time Space card is really good. 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential, 1 Compulse, 1 Warning. I like the basic 4. Then 2 D-Prison, because D-Prison is going to get rid of problems. Then 2 Fiendish Chain, because I prefer this to Breakthrough Skill in this particular instance because it's a more real back row, I guess is the best way to put it. It blocks the opponent's monsters, and ooh, that sleeve is tearing. It blocks the opponent's monsters. It protects you, and it does things that matter. So that's it for the main deck. It's an even 40. Extra deck. I don't want to get here. One Cowboy. I used Cowboy a couple times per game actually, which was really funny. One don't know why I was in that order. One Rhapsody. Rhapsody. I used it once, mostly just because like in one of my rounds, like I just wanted to like just be funny and equip Rhapsody to Draco Sack, and it was a war over my Draco Sack, which was I just found that amusing. One Abyss Dweller. Never made it actually. Never had the opportunity to. Never needed it. I mean, I played against Shadow, but I never really had a good chance to. And the card that actually costed me was Lavalval Chain. So, I guess to go in my matchups really quickly, I played Exodia round 1, Wind Up round 2, Shadow round 3, and then Evil Swarm in my finals. Beat the first two, no real big issue. Third round, I only legitimately won because he misplayed with this Compulse, because he thought if he compulsed a Gear Frame, I wouldn't get the search, which I guess some people just keep forgetting that. Then round 4 was actually me messing up with this, so he is at 6,000, I'm at 8,000, and I soul charge for 2, summoning a Gadget with a Gadget already on board and a Machina Fortress, and I had used my Cowboy already, I believe. Yeah, I used my Cowboy already. So I make Lavalval Chain, and I attempt to dump the Redox. Problem was, I sat out the Redox because he kept... I know he was like playing Deficient Macro, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to safely get off Redox that game. So, because I sat it out my Redox, and made Lavalval Chain, instead of any other rank 4 I had access to, well, about any other rank 4, I wound up losing, and I went from pretty much like an 8,000 to 0, so I'm just immediately really salty about that. So I basically cheated myself out of a box, but I guess I'm over it now, but I'm still salty. One Excaton, never made it. Diamond Dire, made it a couple times, mostly just to get rid of back row problems. One Castell, I wish I did have 2 for a particular, I think it was, yeah, it was my Shadow round. But, well, because, yeah, actually no. I wanted for Shadow and Evil Storm, so I might actually invest in the second. 1/101 card is just, I mean, I don't have the second Castell. Plus, my opposing Shadow player didn't know that if you 1/1 and detach the Shadow fusion, you get the fusion back. So, I don't know. He just picked up the deck, so I couldn't blame him for not knowing that. One Gigant, I only made it a couple times. One King of the Frail Limbs, made it a decent bit. One number 91 Thunderspark Dragon. I was debating between this or Deltaros, but I just felt that Thunderspark was going to be more practical. And admittedly, Deltaros would have been more practical. But, you know, it's Thunderspark. I mean, it's still one of my favorite numbers in the game. One Dark Rebellion. Never made it, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, I never had the chance to make it. One Big Eye, made it once to steal... Well, no, I made it a couple times, actually. Yeah, I made it a couple times to steal, like, to steal constructs and stuff. And to steal my Draco Sack back from my opponent. Because he wound up snatch stealing my Draco Sack, and then I Big Eyed it back. And then, last but not least, one Master of Blades. Because I heard that the opponent not be able to target this is cute. So that's it for the side, or the extra onto the side. Just gonna breeze through this, I guess. 2 Maxi, because Maxi is Maxi, never sided it. One, well, no, I sided it, but I never drew it. One Grammel, because Grammel's Grammel. Tsukuyomi, because there was a Burning Abyss player there, but I didn't play him. And I thought, hey, if I can flip Shadow Fusions or flip Problematic Monsters, it's gonna help. 2 copies of Gorz the Emissary of Darkness. Anti-OTK. One Dark Hole, only spell I sided. I just wanted to have the option to it. 2 of a new card, Mischief of the Gnome, or of the Gnomes. It's basically Mischief of the Yokai, except it works for the hand, which you can argue. I prefer this just because, like, when Shadow or when Burning Abyss has to reveal, Like, you let them summon one dude, then they go for another, and apparently, like, some people are like, oh, I'm gonna start playing, like, I've seen some Burning Abyss players playing attack rank 2 or 2 of them for, like, Mischief of the Yokai and stuff like that, so I'm like, I'm gonna play Gnomes for that matchup. Started it, but I started in a matchup I shouldn't have, I'll say that. 2 deep... How did the... Oh, I got mixed up. 2 Shadowmere. Side of them helped me in one matchup, didn't help me in another. So that's kind of poopy. 2 Deep Dark Trap Hole. It's primarily for Shadow, I guess. And then I was so afraid of Burning Abyss, decided to chain these and didn't draw them. But didn't... Well, I started against windups too. But yeah. So that's, I guess, about it for the deck profile. I mean, I'm still incredibly mad that I misplayed so hard against freaking phone. I don't care. Like, I'm still mad that I misplayed and lost myself out of the box, but I guess to be fair, I've gotten about everything I actually want out of this set. And I guess I'll show you guys, yeah, here we go. Like, this is about everything. Yeah, that's pretty. It's about everything I've pretty much wanted from the set. I'm going to be ordering the last few things probably tonight or soon. But yeah, I'm... As much as I wanted to play Get, I'm putting this deck away. I'm too mad to look at it. I don't want to touch it. I almost played Agents or Fire King. And granted, I did... did I not? Sure. Yeah. Oh, well... and I wound up pulling... This is my press support from tournament, I guess. Mostly everything else came from like a sneaker, just picking it from people tonight. But, yeah, I guess that's about it. You guys will be seeing Ritual Beasts sometime in the future. I don't know when. As soon as I can get a second Swordsman of Revealing, I'm probably going to start doing... I might profile Fire King or something. If you guys have any... well, actually, what else is there? Want to do a new Doppel build. I've been having fun with my new build. It's... I mean, it's Doppel plan, so it's not like you guys are going to be seeing the best. Also, how about that SpeedyC 2448 thing happening where he apparently closes channel? Anybody know about that? Because I just heard about that for the first time. But, yeah, like, there's that. I want to do Mythic Ruler, too. But, like, if there's anything you guys really want to see, let me know. But, yeah, that's about it. I guess just let these guys sit here. That's about it for now, guys. So, if there's anything you want to see, I'll try and make it happen. And I'm sorry for no content for a while. And no sneak peek opening or box opening. My sneak peek was really boring. Like, Soul Transition, I guess, is the big thing. Nobody really showed up, so that was kind of poopy. Like, I showed up late and, like, nobody was there. Like, apparently nobody just came that day. And, like, I don't know, it was just kind of lame, I suppose. But that's about it for now, guys. It's Dibbles from the Baron's Finest signing out, I guess. Still salty.